Well, all the social networks, Facebook, Twitter, obviously are the big two that you have to use and you have to be on. But you know, Foursquare, some of these things that we didn't have. We didn't have YouTube back in the Dean campaign, and Twitter didn't even exist in the Obama campaign. So, which is kind of shocking. But the ones that are happening now are mobile. Everything's going mobile, so you have to build your network using mobile applications, things like Foursquare. Twitter is going to is I think even going to be more important than Facebook over time. But it's about not picking one platform. It's about being on every platform out there, and that's the key thing that people need to understand about social media. You have to make it very easy for people to get information and to spread the information that you want them to spread. A lot of people I think people always want the human contact, the direct face-to-face contact, but so much of what we do is easier, and it's easier to get people to participate online. I mean, if it's the first step, I mean, just answering a quick online questionnaire about how they feel about education, that may be a first step, and it's very easy. They can do it on their cell phone. They can do it on their laptop. Then you say, well, do you want to do something to help us do that? And that's still a question online. Yes, I do. What? You have to come to a meeting. Oh, well, you know, you can start to get people to participate, and if we make it easier to participate at the very beginning with simple steps that people can take, and then slowly ask them, give them very specific things that we need that would help if they got involved in their community or came to a meeting or at somebody, you know, going to talk to a neighbor about it, getting a neighbor to sign up. Now we've started something that, you know, it started with a simple email question, and now we've actually activated somebody. I see a lot of this is good if an association or the people involved in trying to tackle the problem understand how to use social media to bring people together and have a real discussion. Doesn't mean that discussion's not going to turn into an argument every once in a while, but let's have that civil argument, that civil discussion about which way we're going, and get people engaged and taking action together is a much more healthy way to do it than people yelling at each other or thinking that the other side's always wrong no matter what. We're in a different world today. Power comes from your friends and your associates. It does not come from the top. It does not come from the president of an association. It's just the way it works. We don't think that way. We think the president has all the power. And the best way I can explain it to you is, if 5 of your friends email you and tell you the newest movie is horrible, I went this weekend, it was the worst movie I ever saw, don't waste your money. And 4 other friends email you or text you saying the same thing. It no longer matters in America how many millions of dollars Universal Studios is spending on TV telling you it'd be the greatest movie you ever saw. You're not going. So what we're talking here is, if you start at that level and get friends talking to friends about education or about becoming involved, it's easy. We got some responsibility, but we can take some responsibility and answer a few questions, and let's start this conversation. It can ripple into places that you didn't foresee, and secondly, the other thing is they will become more engaged. It's that first breaking of the ice where they haven't even been thinking about it, and they suddenly get involved. Now, it's easy to stay up on things. It's easy because of the way social media and information flows now, and over time, the more engaged they get, the more they're going to be a part of the solution, instead of either being innocent bystanders and having no participation, which makes it tougher to solve the problem in the first place. And that's also how you stop the partisanship, because if we're all kind of in together trying to figure it out and sort of signing up together, then it's a lot tougher to break that in half later on.